If you were in an accident and you lost a limb, you might think that your life was over. But for a young woman who had a bright career in the modeling industry ahead of her, losing her hand gave her more strength than she ever knew she had.
I had no idea my hand was gone.
For Brittany Dominic, it was supposed to be a weekend full of fun. Just a group of 20-somethings off-roading and camping in the California desert. But in an instant, everything changed when the dune buggy in which she was riding flipped over and left her without a right hand.
It sounds so strange, but I was hit like with a ton of bricks of just strength.
Dominic, then a 21-year-old aspiring model, says she immediately began trying to calm her friends. She was losing a lot of blood, and one of the friends, a former Marine, made a makeshift tourniquet for her.
And he saved my life.
Brittany was eventually brought to a hospital in Phoenix, Arizona, where doctors tried to reattach her hand, but had no success. She would be left an amputee.
It didn't really hit me until I was out of the hospital, but I didn't realize this is forever until I had gotten home and started doing everyday tasks.
Just imagine trying to function without a hand suddenly. The things most of us take for granted become next to impossible. Holding two things at once, using a computer or a cell phone.
So as you can imagine, the hand, it's involved in everything we do, every functional activity. So having that type of amputation takes a lot out of someone's everyday life.
Dominic has gotten a prosthetic hand now, and she's working with occupational therapist Rasan Holly at MedStar National Rehabilitation Hospital.
One at a time?
Yep.
He says it takes a lot of strength to use this prosthesis. That's because it has sensors that can pick up signals from the muscles in her limb. So when she thinks about opening her hand, the prosthetic opens. When she thinks about closing her hand, it closes.
The goal is to be independent in meaningful activities and to get close to what she was doing before the amputation.
Holly says Dominic's determination has gotten her very far in her therapy. Just a few weeks ago, she could barely stack these styrofoam cups without crushing them, let alone make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Cheers!
Oh gosh, that's good.
But what may be most surprising is Dominic's ability to find humor in her situation.
It's not the end of the world, you know. And I lost my hand, but I've got so much strength and drive, and I just want to, I want to succeed. Got my nationals gear.
Brittany Dominic says she's not sure if she'll ever get back to modeling, but she is hoping to go back to school so she could become a therapist. She wants to work with other amputees, especially military veterans and children.
Wow, she is getting it done. Good
She's
for her.
a strong young woman.